Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, here's what happened. I was noticing that my little clock that's behind me right now that's trying to drown me out was for some reason running really slow. And I recognized the fact that what had happened was that it's a mechanical movement. And what had happened was that because I had let the chime and gong drives, like there's three drives on that clock. One that does the gong, that you just heard bonging out the 7 times. And then there's the chime that plays the melody. And then there's the movement, the part of it that does the ticking, keeps the movement running. Well, I had let the gong and the chime run right down instead of just shutting them off. And I guess they ran down and stopped at a place where they kind of jammed the mechanism in a sense, not jammed that it hurt anything. It made the clock all of a sudden run really slow. So yesterday morning, I wound everything up. So now we're going to have to put up with that for a while, unless I take that clock and stick it in the back room. Seems to me I did that once a couple of years ago. Oh man, no more than a couple of years ago. It must have been way back in the Bismarck days. It was when the clock was first starting to drive me crazy. You know what? My air conditioner just cut in. It is mild outside. It is 20.2 Celsius outside right now. We are going to have a warm day. We might have a wet day. I think the weatherman said there's 60% chance of rain today, so we'll see what happens when it's time to get out. All right, we are ready for you know who. But that's not what I want to talk about this morning. Oh, the sunrise is looking like it might be good. Yeah, it might be good. We'll see what happens. If it's nice, I might do something with it. A minute here. Hey Google, what time does the sun rise in Winnipeg this morning?
In Winnipeg today, sunrise is at 7:05 a.m.
Okay. It's supposed to be up in about, it'll break over the horizon in about 3 minutes. Now we won't see it for quite a while after that because the trees and the bridge and the berm and everything is there blocking the horizon, so we don't actually see the horizon. It's like living in mountainous areas. You don't really see the sunrise and the sunset spectacularly like you can in the prairies where you can see the horizon, or on the ocean. Yeah. Okay, now what I want to talk about is that every once in a while I will do something on the model and I'll come up with an idea or a plan or something like that, and then later in the day or maybe in the evening I will go and I will read my comments, and somebody will have suggested that I do that exact thing. And that sort of happened yesterday when I was talking about putting this part on so that we have everything kind of all lined up. And at least 2 people that I found out later had made the same suggestion. One of them suggested that I think it was Jeff. Carolina Jeff, he said maybe get the top part, which is this one right here, and put it on as well. Now he didn't word it exactly like that, but that's what he's talking about as far as I know. And just sort of work your way down and get everything lined up and glued in place. So I think that's what I'm going to do later today. There are some things that I want to do. I have to bike over to the pharmacy and renew my prescription. Now I know that I could phone them up and renew the prescription, right? But that's no fun. It's a lot more fun to shove the empty bottle in your pocket and bike over and walk in. Yeah, and I want to keep trying to do that kind of stuff as long as I can. My son was over yesterday, and he was visiting with me, and oh, he those of you who are watching the motorcycle episodes, you'll notice that quite often in the morning when I first start out and the tires are cold, the little lights blinking on the dash to say that I have low tire pressure. Well, he topped off my tires yesterday, so I don't think we're going to have that when I first get going this morning. Well, especially with the temperature as warm as it is. But yeah. Okay, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, and I was talking about trying to keep going as long as I can, and I was saying I don't know how it's going to be, after the winter, when I will be older. When you are a little kid, from year to year, the first few years there's a major change. From say an 8-year-old to a 9-year-old, there's quite a change, and so on, a noticeable change. And when you get to the end of your time, which I am in right now, the change goes the other way. Instead of getting stronger and stronger, you get noticeably weaker from year to year. So I was saying, I don't know how it's going to be next spring when it comes to trying to wrestle my bike out of the box and so on. I said, I'll know right away as soon as I try to do it whether I'm going to be safe or not. I'm not going to, if I feel like I'm not safe, I'm not going to do it. It'll just take all the fun out of it if I'm constantly worried. Anyway, I'm having a hard time focusing this morning, aren't I? Well, I think what we'll do is we'll grab our part here. It is part number N12. Now, we don't need to look for the number because it is so obvious. It's obviously this right here. Yeah, and get it on and see if we can just get all these little parts all lined up just right, and then apply the extra thin. One of the viewers was sent me a link of things that are stuff that is now banned in Canada. A lot of, apparently some Tamiya products are banned, like Tamiya spray cans, because they contain some sort of substance that's really bad. And so, yeah, I hope that they don't ban extra thin. Yeah. Well, it's probably, they probably come out with something else that'll do much the same thing, but I don't know if they could. They have to have a solvent that'll melt it, that'll dissolve the plastic. That's why extra thin works so good. Oh my goodness, we are rambling. Let's get our part here and just get into that, into this today. I don't think I have any other news. Yeah, that sunrise, it might be nice. As long as the clouds don't get too heavy, it might be really pretty. So whatever it is, right? Let's get at it. Yeah, you can see the 3 holes that we have to get our tripod mounted into. Okay, let's get this piece cleaned up here. I think I'll use these ones to clean it up. I can do a little better job, a little bit closer. They cut very close to the edge. Okay, right now gravity is our friend, and it's holding this all together. But I can't see underneath here, at least not conveniently. And if I try to turn this whole thing on its side here, it's going to have a tendency to want to fall apart. So and I gotta get each each one of these three positioning holes lined up with the positioning peg. And the best way to do it is to turn everything on its side here, unless I was to maybe to hold this in place. If I was to take some tape or something and just go down the sides and tape it down that way I could turn it, whoops, that way I could turn it around. I'll think of something here. Okay, I had our E6 and E7s just sitting right there, and I see the one, but where's the other one? Ah, there it is. Yeah, maybe I better put them in a safe place. I wonder where that would be. Well, I'll just set them over here for the time being. Remind me that's where they are when I can't find them later. Okay, yeah, we were going to do something here with this, weren't we? Well, I could just try it like this. Hold my hand on there and then turn it on its side. It's probably going to fall apart. If I move very, very slowly here, maybe I can do this so everybody can see it. Okay. Okay, that one's basically in place. These are going to be hard to put in place. They're not fitting too good, I don't think. I wonder... Maybe I'm doing this backwards. Maybe I should take this whole thing off and do it this way. Would that work better? Let's just recompose here a bit. Okay, I think that part of my problem was I had this piece the wrong way around, and I was trying to get this peg in that hole, and it wouldn't fit. And I realized it's supposed to go in this hole. It's probably just a very, very small difference. And then what we're going to want to do is take these. I should be able to get this, wiggle this back together. Let's just try it, because we're not gluing anything, so if it doesn't work out, now you can see, well, maybe you can't see, but this peg is actually keyed, so it won't go the wrong way. And as long as we don't force anything and make a mess of the keying. Okay, there we got it. That's kind of goes like that. Oh my, I might not be able to do this on camera. Okay, that one's in place, but it won't stay there by itself. It almost does, but not quite. It would if I glued it, but I mean, I don't want to glue it yet. Look on the bottom of this one here. You'll notice two things. First of all, there are little places where photo etch gussets have to go in place after this is all glued in place. But right here, where the push-out pins were, that's a bit of a mess. I did nip those off, but maybe what I should do is, take one of these chisels, if you remember, one of the viewers was very kind and gracious enough to send these to me, and maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just clean that up just a little bit here. Yeah, before I continue on. No, I don't want to make it worse. I just want to sort of take it down just a little bit here. Get rid of the high spot. Guess we could use one of Eric's sponge sanding sticks to. So I don't want to get the sanding stick to accidentally sand off these marks where these gussets have to go either. I don't know if I'm making it better or worse. What's the problem there? Well, it's some better. At least it's lower. Yeah, at least it's lower. We don't need to clean this right out anyway. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't think there's anything else I can do here with this. Okay, here's what's happened. I have glued these connections right here. These three. I have not glued the bottom. It's just sitting in the holes in the right place. The cross pieces are glued into place. We're going to have to let all this dry now, so it'll have a little bit of strength, otherwise it'll slowly pull apart. Now, my plan for this top piece here is, if I can't, I should be able to get the round peg into the hole. It goes into this hole right here. I should be able to get that one in place. But these other ones that are keyed, if I just can't quite get them because I've glued it slightly off, well, what I'll do is I will just nip one or maybe both of them off, and then set this in the right place, and then put a little bit of glue on the top of the stub here, and it'll. That's about all I can think of to do. But I think I should be able to get these, but I don't want to be messing with it right now, because this connection right here is really, you might call it precarious. It'd be easy to pull that apart. So we'll just let this all dry now, and yeah. Okay, that's it for. That's as far as I got this morning. Been working at this for what, about an hour? Okay. Good morning.
After that, Uncle Arlie was out putting bird seed up on his balcony railing for the birds, so Missy stopped in the middle of the road, froze, wagged her tail at him. So we had to stop. She can walk by Arlie's house, but she cannot walk by Arlie. So we sat on his porch furniture and he went in and got dog bones for her. People are so kind, you know?
Yeah, it's a kind neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of nice people on this street. Thank you for coming, Missy.
Thank you for your kindness, Ron.
All right. Oh, one more little tickle? Okay.
Uncle Ron's the best. Just the best. So, I stopped at Timmy's for coffee because they're closing in 10 for 5 weeks. And I said to Angie, where are you going for 5 weeks? And she said, we all have it off. So I guess it's the part-time and they're just off work with no pay.
Probably, yeah.
That's a little hard.
Yeah, that's right. Times are changing.
Yes.
Bye.
They could change a little more.
Bye, Missy.
Take good care of yourself.
Okay.
You might get another run in today.
I hope so. Well, it looks nice right now, but yeah, don't know what it's going to be like this afternoon when it's time to go out again. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay. Been out for my bike ride, and on the way back, we passed Missy and Max. Yeah, unfortunately the traffic was too heavy and I couldn't stop. But it would have been nice. I had the dog cookie with me on the bike, but just didn't work out this time. One of the viewers actually made a comment, and in the last, I think it was yesterday I read it, and he said he watched the motorcycle ride and didn't see Max and Missy or something to that effect. Well, there, we saw them. Briefly, very briefly. Okay, what I'm doing here now is I'm I'm letting this extra thin completely dry. I put it on fairly heavy around where the posts, these posts, I guess you call them, supports, come up through the platform, so that it would all meld together. And the plan is then we'll take this piece off because it's not glued. It's not glued to the island. It's just sitting in the holes just to get the spacing right. So we're going to let that happen. This could be the end of today's episode unless there's something else I can do here. I know that what they want us to do is to be putting stuff on this, on this part before we actually glue it onto the top here. Maybe we could look into that. And oh yeah, and there's lots we can do. There's that photo etch, that square photo etch piece there. What is it? H4 it looks like. Or I don't have my. I was gonna say I don't have my glasses on. Well, they're right here. Yeah, H4. We could maybe take a look at that. That's going to be kind of interesting because it's going to have to be folded up just right. Beautiful day outside. It says 27.6 on the thermometer there. Once again, I don't think it's quite that warm. It's probably around 25. But it is really nice for a mid-September day here in Winnipeg. It depends what part of the world you live in, right? Okay, yeah, let's take a look at that piece of photo etch and see what we're supposed to do with that. We can't do anything much with this for maybe till tomorrow. Okay, you should just be able to see the clock in the background. And as you can see, we are well into the afternoon. And this is our photo etch that I was talking about that we have to fold this up so that this part of it here will become the bracing, I guess, and this part here is the array, the antenna. And it looks like right here you can see there's a hole where I think a mast goes. It'd be a very skinny mast. Yeah, it's not a very big hole. Anyway, I'm sure Trumpeter knows what they're doing. But you know, we're going to have to leave this for tomorrow. I do want to try and get out again this afternoon if I can before it rains. Right now it's nice. How it will be later, I don't know. So I think what I should do is I should just cut the video off here for today. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.